Welcome back to Ignite. My name is Lightning, and I'm here with
Hi, Haley.
Mr. Haley.
Mhm.
Mr. Haley, it's our fourth episode.
Yeah.
How you feeling? Well, let's talk about that for a second. Since you're laying down on my therapist futon from
Yeah, we're recording this with me laying down right now because I'm a lazy bitch.
me too, but it's fine. Because I know like we talked about this in episode 2. You were nervous. How you doing now?
I'm okay. Hi,
Yeah.
Chris.
Are you enjoying it?
Yeah.
It's entertaining.
Yes.
I like people's questions. Like I feel like people are being very conservative as because last season or our first season they were not. They were all like, do you swallow? And I'm like, wow. Well, Megan's pregnant, so like she obviously
Okay,
not. Like,
give us your questions, but keep in mind,
I feel
I
like
can't answer any of these
I
questions.
feel like if you ask us anything sexual, like I'm down to answer because I literally wrote a book about my fucking life. I'm an open book, really. I feel like Haley would sit here and be like, "So I don't know what that's like, but if I was in that situation, this is what I would do." And then you would learn that Haley's a nasty little freak.
Okay, I read fairy porn.
You
okay,
wear
Okay, it's not actual fairy porn, but it could be.
poor Tinkerbell. What'd you do to her?
That she's a pixie.
Oh, same goddamn
No.
thing.
Okay, anyone who has read Akatar or Throne of Glass or shit, the nasty bitches, Den of Vipers, you all know what I'm talking about. I read nasty books, but that's as far as I have gone in my life.
She likes porn.
I don't
In
watch
words.
it. I will not watch it because that feels weird to me, but I
If
will read it.
You know what? If any of you want to send Haley,
Do not!
not her directly, but send it to our podcast email. Like, do like a small little fan fiction of what your date with Haley would be like.
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you.
Because I would love, and I mean, be so ecstatic
dude.
to share.
Our friend group, as far as I know, has like a bet going on when it's finally gonna happen.
You should tell them what you're gonna do when it happens.
Okay, so when
If this doesn't happen, the friendship's over. Those 2-part episodes of the 13-year friendship ruined if this does not happen.
So when it finally happens, I'm gonna immediately go over to Jay's house, not even gonna say anything, walk straight to his fridge, grab a couple of cherries, and squish them.
And if this does not happen, number 1, that is my 13th reason. Number 2, friendship ended.
Missed opportunity. 'Cause
Riz-
that's the perfect way to tell your friends that your cherry was popped.
I think the best way, to tell your friends that your cherry was poppered was go to Sonic, order a shake, but be like, "Yeah, can I not have the cherry on top?" And if they go, "You don't want the cherry," and be like, "No, I lost mine. I don't deserve another one."
Go in the corner and repent.
Repent. Never. But I would prefer you to come into my house, grab some cherries, and squish them. Just do it over the tile.
Okay.
Because if you stain my fluffy carpet, I will drag your face across it.
You be too busy dying of, like,
I
of
will
hysteria.
legitimately piss my fucking pants if you were to ever fucking... Because when we get a house, you're getting a house key. As are, like, Keith and my dad. Nene and, others. Maybe my mom.
No.
I don't even know if my dad would get one, honestly.
No,
Like,
just Keith and I probably.
I feel like you and Keith, and probably Katie, because Katie babysits a lot.
Yeah.
Because other than that, like, I'm home half the year. Who the fuck cares? You're just gonna barge into my house. I'm gonna be dead ass asleep, and I'm gonna wake up to just like a towel over the bed, and she's just gonna stand there, be holding cherries, just smiling. I'm gonna be half the fuck awake, you know, because I'm waking up at 3 p.m. My baby's just crying in the crib, and just hee hee.
And it's gonna take you for fucking ever to realize what I'm saying. And
I'm
then
gonna
when you
stare at you.
You are gonna lose your damn mind. I swear, if it ever happens,
It's gonna happen one day. Okay, let's not manifest that it will never happen.
dude, my nickname in high school was Mother Teresa.
Who named you that?
You did!
I did not!
Yes, the fuck you did! See?
But I won't do that. I'm not
You're
petty.
not bitter or anything.
I'm not petty. That may or may not be true.
Either I'm gonna leave his house covered in bruises from him hitting me out of excitement, or I'm leaving with a broken bone from him tackling me and breaking something.
I think you're gonna make my lungs finally burst. Not the smoking, not the crack, not the weed, not the vape. You popping a cherry directly in front of me as I'm waking from my slumber. That's what's gonna end me. And I know that's the case.
Yeah, but you're gonna die happy.
Sure.
Come on, you're.
Oh, if you know what? Only two things need to happen for me to die peacefully. Me getting a picture with Amy Lee. Cool, I can die peacefully. Knowing that you got it popped and you got some cock in you, you know, you're a cooter. I can die without a care in the world.
You can die satisfied.
I can. That's simply all I need in my life.
Oh my god.
Just kill Zero with me. We're going together, baby.
Uh-huh.
I would never. If any of you touch my fucking dog, I'll drag your face across concrete. So, today...
I love how we just spent, 6 minutes talking about my virginity?
Yeah, but you know what? People might relate. So, T. So he's gay. It's not the same, but cherries, booty. Popping. Bouncing. My cat just angelically
jumped through the blinds.
The smallest crack in these cheap ass Dollar Tree blinds. So I was watching this YouTube guy. His name's Jordan Cunningham. Oh my Christ, he makes me laugh, but I want your opinion really quick on something because I think it, and I want to know what you have to say when I show you his picture. I found
he's gay?
No, he is a 1000% gay.
God damn it.
He's also like 21.
Oh, never mind.
And
okay.
he lives in Seattle.
I don't go for younger guys. I don't care how.
I think I'm getting his username right. Yep, there it is. Let me see. Have you ever watched Glee?
Yes.
Okay. So this can go either one of two ways.
Uh-oh.
He's funny as hell. Who does he look like? Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it.
It's not from Glee. It looks like you in high school when you had short orange hair and you look like Slim Shady.
Okay. That was what I was thinking. I was like, this dude kind of looks like just a little. He's got a better nose. I'll give him that.
Yeah. But Jay had orange hair in high school at one point, and we all called him Slim Shady.
Die, all of you.
It was fucking hysterical. I still have that comparison photo. Oh, him!
Kurt Hummel?
Yeah, I didn't recognize him with blonde hair. Yeah, I know who he is.
He is... Oh my god, I woke up Steve the other night because he made me laugh so fucking hard. I think a lot of it is his editing. It just makes it, and I wish I could figure out how to edit like that. However, I'm garbage.
I mean, same. It's okay.
I'm trash, apparently.
Aren't we all, though?
I mean, everybody's a little bit of a garbage person. You can't tell me that you're not.
Yeah.
We've all done shitty things. People are shit. Everyone's shit. We've gone over this in the last episode. People are shit. So, today's episode. I thought it would be interesting to get your input because I brought up literally a sliver of this idea to her, and she just got so excited. She's like, let me pop off. Let me pop off. Let me pop the fuck off. So I was like, all right, bitch, go ahead.
I know what you're talking about.
Pop the fuck off. So today, like, me and my munchkin the other day, my Hannah, she's been on the podcast. She was on the season 2 finale. I just gotta make sure you're still plugged in.
I am.
Yeah, you're Gucci.
I made sure. I'm good.
Okay, Gucci. So my friend Hannah and I were talking about like mermaids and aliens and how the CDC is just like randomly like, hey guys, guess what? Aliens are real.
It wasn't the CDC. It was the fucking government.
Pentagon. The Pentagon. The CDC put out a what to do in a zombie apocalypse shortly after, and I was like, well, this is comforting.
Right. But I watched The Walking Dead. I know what to do and what not to do.
My house is full of weapons. I'm alright. I'll throw a toaster at its head. The fuck.
Double tap.
Double tap. Honestly, click clack gang gang. We're not doing gang symbols in this house. We're not about that. Okay. Okay.
Why are you saying that to me? I'm just here sitting. You're the one popping off.
Okay. Okay. Brain loading, like 87%, and I've been up for 29 hours. So aliens, mermaids, like, where are we stand? I know you're gonna pop off, so let me say something really quick before you start your little tangent. If you don't believe in aliens, I'm sorry that your mom dropped you. If you don't believe in mermaids, I'm sorry.
Your dad ran you over with his truck.
I'm sorry your dad never hugged you. And Megalodon, I'm gonna bring it up. I deadass think it's real. Marianas Trench, we don't know what the fuck's in there. We can't go down there.
Only 5% of the ocean has been discovered. Okay, back the fuck off.
Is it 5%? I thought it was 2.
Oh, whatever. It's barely been.
Hold on,
it has not been discovered.
I don't want to get that wrong because people are gonna be like, "Oh, you stupid fucks!" Like,
yeah, no. Okay, the ocean has not been discovered yet. I don't care how much we know. Okay, Grizz, why did you just look at me like that? Sorry, Jay's cat is like eyeing the fuck out of me right now. I am sorry.
You're right. You were right. 5%.
Yeah. So, like, it's barely been discovered. Okay, we have not even scratched the surface. We do not know what's at the bottom of the ocean. So I do not want to hear people say, "Oh, that doesn't exist. That doesn't exist."
You don't know.
Bite me in the ass, bitch. Okay, yes, it does.
Really fun fact, only about 7% of the world's oceans are designated as marine protected areas. So only 7, because we know so little about it.
That is true.
What makes me laugh is we know more about space and we can take a picture of a planet like 16 light years away, but we've been on this earth how fucking long? Like, granted, technology was never there for doing certain things like this, and eventually we'll probably get to a day where we can explore the whole entire thing.
We won't be alive to see it, but...
Right, but like, only 7% of the world's oceans are marine protected areas. Because we only know...
5%.
5%. So the other 2%, they're like, I guess it's protected, like, we're gonna guess, like...
Yeah, and that terrifies me. Why won't you go swimming in the ocean? Unless I can see the bottom, I will not go in it because it has not been discovered.
Do you have that fear of, like, lakes and stuff, too? Like, if you can't see the bottom, you're, like, really uncomfortable?
Yes.
Okay, me too, and I can't. Like, I really want to go on vacation somewhere exotic, but if I have to go over the ocean, me and the ocean do not fuck with each other. Like, on my very first YouTube video, I was like, me and sharks do not fuck with each other.
Dude, okay, apparently this is more common than I thought, but I did not like being alone in swimming pools because I thought that a shark would magically appear and drag me under.
No, that's very common.
Yeah.
Especially when you know you're in the really deep end.
Yeah.
And
I'm sorry. I still have that fear now and I'm 23.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think it's a shark, but I always feel like something's going to grab me.
Oh, like Loch Ness, it's like, oh, he's not really. How do you know?
Right?
How do you know that? Mermaids. Be like, there's been videos. Whether they're real or fake.
There is evidence.
The Greenland Sea, I think it was. This dude was trying to take picture or a video of like a jellyfish or a normal fish. 0, go lay down. Thank you, love you. And a mermaid just like slammed its hand on the fucking glass, and I was like, oh, that's a no for me.
Okay, you guys might have just heard Zero's tongue go, like, try to lick me.
They love Zero. He gets all the love.
Yeah, sorry if you heard that.
0, go lay down. I love you, but we'll go do something later, okay? Maybe we'll go for a little stroll when your daddy comes home.
But, mermaids exist because, like, this is going to be my
I like how this has turned into a TED Talk for you, like, this is why they exist.
No. Okay, so, just like aliens, mermaids exist because just because you don't see it doesn't mean it's not real. You cannot tell me out of the endless, like that, I can't wrap my head around the fact that space is endless. The endless space. We are the only living life forms out there. Hell no. Okay?
Absolutely not.
I believe they're like
green, huge giants.
Green
no.
things saying "ET phone home." Hell no. Okay?
But do I think the government will deadass fuck up an alien because they're scared of it?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they look like us, if they look like octopuses with fingers at the end of the tentacles. It doesn't matter.
I think me and Hannah were talking about this. Like, we know this planet as Earth and Mars and Jupiter, but we've lived here. Like, they probably have different names for this. They have different names for their aliens. Like, they have probably a whole nother language barrier. Like, we can't just assume that they speak English or German or Russian or French.
Who knows what languages are out there?
Who knows? And they're probably, like, way more advanced, or maybe they're not. Maybe they have no technology at all. We have no idea.
Exactly. I do not like people that immediately shut it down. It's not real. It's not real.
Because God created all things. But you know what? Let me tell you something. And this is not to bash your religion. No one knows for sure. Yes, it's nice to have faith. And it's nice to believe in a higher power. But you cannot 1,000,000% tell me that you have actual physical proof that God exists. You can have faith. That's different than physical proof.
Like, yes.
And this is not to bash any people with religion.
No. We never bash religion or
you believe what you want, that's
sexual
cool.
orientation, none of it, okay? We never bash. You believe in what you believe in and what you live your life the way you want, okay?
Right.
This is just our opinions. But, like, again, with the solid evidence, you don't know that the people that saw God or interacted with God, you don't know that he wasn't a teleporting alien.
Well, the thing is from what I know, God was never a human. He is this powerful entity that created all things.
So who's to say?
But, like, I'm like, okay, well, maybe that is what's at the end of space.
But like, if you think about it, if God was like a powerful entity, who knows if he wasn't an extraterrestrial scientist and we are just his science experiment?
Yeah.
Who knows if God is really Jumba?
We can do a whole ass conspiracy video if you guys want. Let us know if you guys want a conspiracy video where we talk about things like that. Because that stuff does fascinate me. Just the different ideas that people have. Because a lot of the time it makes sense. Like the one time I was listening to a podcast, I think it was Frenemies with Trisha and Ethan. And they were talking like, what if drugs are illegal? Because when we take them, we see the world how it really is instead of this illusion that we're programmed to see. Mm-hmm. And I was like, that fucks me up. Because like shrooms, why are shrooms illegal? Like, I get they're hallucinogens, but like, why was weed illegal?
Well, okay, have you ever read Fablehaven?
A while ago. Okay, like, I mean, like, so I don't remember shit. It's like a young adult book.
It's a young adult children's
book.
Young
teen. Young teens, I'd say.
Young teen. Okay,
preteen. What the fuck's a young teen? Preteen.
Young teen. I like how neither of us caught it. But anyway, in this book, okay, you have to drink this special hot chocolate in order to see all the fairies and whatnot going around. What if drugs is that hot chocolate? It's showing us the real world.
Right. That's just wild. There's just so many ideas.
Like, back to the mermaids real quick. I do not believe in like the Little Mermaid or anything like that. Hell no. If you guys have seen like
But I think that's what people think of.
Harry Potter has gotten it pretty damn close.
Like, especially with that video. Like, that's pretty accurate.
Yeah, like in Goblet of Fire. I don't believe they have tridents or anything like that. Who knows what they have. But they have like tentacles for hair, and they're all scaly, and they have sharp teeth and claws and whatnot. That is what I think a mermaid is. But when I say I want to be a mermaid, I'm talking Little Mermaid type shit, okay? I'm hot underwater, okay? Like, shut up. I just want to breathe underwater, okay? That's all I want to do.
But I think that's what people think when they hear... Loud, sir. I think that's what people think when they hear the word mermaid is like the Little Mermaid.
No.
And like, I was talking to Hannah and she's like, you simply cannot tell me that Atlantis was not real. They found this temple in the ocean with, and it's not small, right? It's statues of people holding hands around the entire thing. What the fuck is that?
Fuck that. I don't like cities and buildings found at the bottom of the ocean.
Did you see what was found at the bottom of a lake? The one, I don't remember where it was, but did you see it was a statue?
No.
Of Jason?
Back the fuck off.
I'm dead ass.
I don't like it.
Let me see if I can find a picture. It's not of Jason.
Yeah, but like, I don't like things that are found at the bottom of the ocean only because we will never know the truth about where it came from or anything. Yeah, we can have our theories and whatnot, but we will never actually know. And that terrifies the fuck out of me, because that means we will never actually know the history of this planet.
Okay, so this was at Lake Neuchatel. I'm sorry, I butchered the fuck out of that. So some divers went diving, right? And they came across that.
Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. No, that is my nightmare.
This is a statue of a giant shark. No, I wouldn't even say giant. That's like the size of a normal great white. The teeth, no. The teeth are massively long.
And sharp as fuck.
And
okay,
sharp as fuck.
Terrible.
Can you imagine being that diver and you're just like, holy fuck.
Like, we gotta go. For example, for what we are looking at, we are kind of looking at, Finding Nemo. We are looking at Bruce, but with the
crack.
No, we are looking at Bruce, but with the teeth of that fish with the light bulb hanging from its head. You know, the big ass shark teeth.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at right now. And I'm not here for it. I don't like that. I will turn into Jesus. I will turn into Moses. I don't care. Moses, Jesus. I don't know religion. I was raised atheist, but I will run on water.
This is what I'm talking about as far as the statues found underwater.
That is fucking terrifying.
Yeah, but wait, there's more.
Because
I have a theory about this. I don't think they're statues. I think this is, and it is a very far-fetched thing.
Nothing's really far-fetched when it comes to the unknown.
So volcanoes erupt with magma and lava, obviously. What if they lived very on or near this place? And I don't know if this is possible at all. This is just a random ass idea that my 75% brain is working with right now.
Notice how I went from 87.
It's going down. That they got hit with the lava, but at the same time hit with the water, and it just kind of like crystallized them with what they were doing at that time.
See, with that, they wouldn't be in human form.
Yeah, they'd be like deformed, right?
Yeah, they would be just rock at that point, because when you are hit with lava, if you've ever seen the movie Pompeii, you kind of turn to ash afterwards. Because if you're hit with lava, I don't think even bones survive that. So, like, you disintegrate. Yeah. Pretty much.
I don't know. I was just like, that would be fucking weird. Also, here's the Jason statue they found.
I don't fuck with that.
Petrifying. Can you imagine?
That is why. Like,
this dumbass is over here like, selfie.
Like, I'll go in the ocean, but I have to be able to see the bottom. Because I went to Florida a couple times, but one time when I was there, I was in the ocean, and I could still see the bottom, but I was right by the drop-off. Like, I looked over, I couldn't see anymore, because it was just pitch black all the way down, because it was just a fucking drop-off. Zero, what the fuck are you doing?
Get down. He just wants attention.
I know he does.
What time is it? Well, it's time for your poo-poo soon.
Yeah,
You won't have to wait, babe.
But, I was swimming, and all of a sudden I look over, there's a fucking stingray right next to me.
Absolutely not. Those things get huge.
It was a baby. Okay. It was small. Oh, come on. Are you kidding me? If it was huge, I would have died from a heart attack.
Oh, yeah.
Dead ass. But it was a baby. Well, it wasn't a baby, but it was small.
It was, she's growing.
Yeah. And I have never swam so fast in my life.
You were like, oh, hell no. Can you imagine if it was a fucking shark and you're like, absolutely not.
Oh, I would have been like, just take me.
See, that's like my biggest fear is like if I were to ever go to a place with the ocean, people were like, you would go swimming in the ocean? Be like, no, I fucking wouldn't.
Okay, here's the thing though. At the beach, it has very shallow water.
Like, but I've seen sharks get up there.
Yes. But where I went, it was too shallow for a shark. It would not have been able to get there. And if it was, it would have been a teeny tiny shark that would have been like less of a bite than zero.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So it'd be like a cat biting you, maybe.
Oh, okay.
But that's why I'm like, I need to be able to see.
Right.
I will not.
You don't know what the fuck's underneath you.
Exactly.
Well, like the fucking Jaws
Fuck that shit.
Movie artwork. Little girl swimming and then this massive fucking shark underneath her and it's just dark water. You don't fucking know what's there.
Right? And everyone's like, oh, great whites only get like this long. you don't know that. You don't know if they reach a certain age, they go to the bottom of the ocean and continue growing.
In Greenland, they're just finding all sorts of whack-ass shit in Greenland. They found, I think it was a 468-year-old great white, and he was still alive. Still alive.
Like, except we don't actually know how
Without
long
pollution,
these live.
can you imagine how long these things could live?
Yeah. It is terrifying because people are like, oh, this tortoise is like 150 years old. How do you know that? And how do we know how long they actually live? Because if you die before that
Science, I guess.
well, if you die before that tortoise does, then
A turtle outlived you.
yeah, it's just like, how do you know how long these things live for? Unless you are watching it constantly. Like, yeah, I understand we put trackers on things in the
Yeah.
ocean, but you don't know. Because a tracker could fall off and blah blah blah. You don't know how long, how big, and how vicious things can get.
And people are like, oh, sharks don't want to eat humans. But like, oh, are you a fucking shark?
Really? Because they eat fish. They need to eat. And if we're in the ocean, sweetie, we're food.
Well, the argument is that sharks see us as a shadow because they're going to look up. Because that's how they'll like go to attack up. Have you ever seen a shark attack and they jump out the water to catch? They're like, yeah, they think we're like a seal and shit. And I'm like, okay,
They still eat seals.
That doesn't prove that they won't eat a human if they know it's a human. They don't know what fucking humans are. It's a shark. It is a fish. Their
Right.
only thing on its mind is, I'm hungry and that looks like I can eat it.
Yeah. Like, I don't
Sharks
care
are
what
not
people
thinking
say.
like, humans are friends, not food.
Right? I don't care what people say, okay? If we are in an animal's territory, we are food. Because if they've never interacted with humans, they don't know what we can do or anything like that, and vice versa. I don't know what a lion's capable of in the savannah.
Right. But let me just be the first to say, places like SeaWorld, fucking shut that shit down.
Yeah, no.
An orca whale playing with you is not fucking natural.
No. They are very playful.
They are.
Just like dolphins, but they need to be free.
You're sitting
That
it.
is why Free Willy is one of my favorite movies.
You're sitting
Well,
it
even
in a
though-
tank. I think I saw, well, like when the one retaliated and he killed that trainer.
Uh-huh.
They get mad. You're keeping them in too small of a tank. You got to remember that the ocean is massive. And you're keeping them in this small ass tank. They're going to get pissed off.
Yeah. Real quick, because I know people are probably going to get mad when I say Free Willy is one of my favorite movies. I do not like how the whale was had to be trained to do that and whatnot. I like
Did they use a real whale or was it CGI?
No, that was a real whale in a lot of it.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if they even use CGI.
I can
know,
understand.
but
I can understand the rescuing of endangered to repopulate. I get that. But that when they're at a certain age, you have to put them in the ocean. Otherwise, they're not going to know what to do.
yeah, and like what I'm saying is that I love the concept of the movie,
Right.
setting
To free
things
them.
free. Okay, I don't like animals being used for shit or whatnot. No, I love animals. They all need to be free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's rich coming from someone with a bunch of tanks in their house.
Well, I mean,
But-
that's like saying, like, I do believe, like, macaws should not be pets. I do believe, like, cockatoos should not be pets. Like, my bird definitely shouldn't be a pet, but I didn't find her from a poacher or a hunter or a collector. I got her
She
when
was born into it.
she was born into captivity. So even if they were to set her free with no parent, she would have died anyway.
yeah, and
That's
That's
it's a
another
very
sad
that's a
part.
very sensitive topic with a lot of people about exotic birds being pets because of
Yeah.
that fact. Like a lot of them are born in captivity. They won't know what to do.
and
And that's the sad part is that we've domesticated these exotic animals. Like ferrets. Ferrets should not be pets. They're exotic animals. Cats are domesticated. Certain kinds. Maine Coons, I still don't know much about. But, like, you do not need to own a fucking lion.
yeah, and I see people with bears as pets. Like, hell no.
Like foxes, unless
In
it was a
certain
situations. In certain situations as far as rescues.
Because I follow
Juniper?
this person, Juniper. I
rescued.
know. Yeah. Her brother Finnegan
Mhm.
was injured. Okay, he lost his toes. Like he lost the bottom part of his leg.
Mm-hmm.
He has something wrong with his eye and whatnot. He would not survive in the wild. if an animal's not able to survive in the wild after being rescued and rehabilitated, then yes. Then I think they should go to a sanctuary where they will be properly taken care of. But say like a baby deer came in and its mother died, and you are able to nurture it but also prepare it to be out in the wild. But once it comes of age to where it could be on its own, but you're like, no, I love it too much, it's staying. Then, dude, you're not doing the right thing. Because if it's actually prepared to be in the wild, it should be in the wild.
And I do just want to put this out there. Juniper is a red fox, correct?
Yes.
Okay, red foxes are not even close to being on the endangered species list. So, before people are like, you shouldn't be like domesticating an endangered animal, red foxes are not endangered.
No. That is not what we're saying at all.
I just wanted to look it up because I know how people can do that shit.
Like, we may say it wrong, but we're always talking about like
we are never
intentions.
We are never here to attack anybody or put anybody down. Like we said about the religion thing, like we're not here attacking religion. We're just simply stating our opinions. If you don't like our opinions, that's fine. That's your opinion. That's perfectly fine.
Everyone is entitled to their own opinion.
But we're talking specifically housing endangered creatures as pets.
Hell no.
That is, I don't like it.
Like, unless it's like breeding and you don't really have contact with them, that's one thing.
And you're at the same time training them to be prepared for when they're old enough to go out into the wild on their own.
To help rebuild the population, I can get behind that.
And poachers, all of you can fucking die.
Yes.
You made 2 different types of rhinos go extinct within 10 years. I hope you're fucking proud.
Yeah, I can't
Dumbasses.
I can't even touch that because I will. Oh my god, I will go off. Because that is absolutely
don't get me
disgusting.
wrong, I get it, their skin's cool, but like, I don't know, get fake shit?
And same with elephants. Elephants will be gone soon.
Oh yeah.
Because people want their tusks and all that, and...
Well, it's not even that, it's, I believe the males only have tusks, so once they kill all the males, what the fuck are the females gonna do? Like, they will die off from that.
Yeah.
You don't need, like, Steve had it, they were ivory chopsticks. They were real. And he gave them to me for my hair. I, of course, accepted it because it's a gift. I never wore them because I don't support that. And, you know, like, they were, obviously, it wasn't like we had them made from poachers or anything like that. It was like, it was a gift to him that they were really fucking old, too. Like, I mean, old as fuck. Mm-hmm. They broke, by the way. My hair broke them. It didn't break the ivory part, but it snapped the plastic from the ivory.
Yeah.
But I never wore them because I was like, I don't like the fact that it's real. If it was fake, 100%.
Yeah. It's just, we do not need these things from animals.
No.
Okay? Like,
things we need from animals. Right. Like, I can understand why vegans are like, no, don't kill the cows, don't kill the pigs. Be like, okay, but we need their meat to live. And there's a lot of them. It's not like they're going extinct. It's none of that. We use them to survive. You do not need tiger skin to live.
You do not need 2 giant ass teeth that grow out of elephants' cheeks. You don't need that.
And you know what I never understood the appeal of?
What?
Even with like deer. Killing a fucking deer and a bear and hanging their head on your wall? I don't get it. I get it's like a trophy because like people like to hunt, and you know what? Like you like to hunt, I like to hunt too. But I'm hunting a deer. I'm hunting it for its meat. I'm not hanging its head on my fucking wall. And if you do that, all power to you. Like, if that's what brings you enjoyment, as long as you're not hunting endangered species, that's fine. I personally don't see the appeal. I don't think I'd be comfortable knowing I have a real deer head hanging from my wall.
Honestly, it freaks me out because...
they're staring at me.
That, and also, if human ghosts are real, what makes you think animal ghosts aren't? Like... yeah. Come on.
Like, they haunt your ass.
Yeah, you have a piece of them with you. No.
Mm-mm.
I'm a pass on that.
To quote Bailey, nay, nay, I say. Mm-mm. We are not about that, nay, nay. But let's get back to, let's talk about aliens a little. Right. So the CDC, the Pentagon, during this whole pandemic, put out, hey, by the way, aliens are real. after the whole Area 51 raid. Which Hannah made a good point. She was like, what if Area 51 is just like a cover? Like to make people think that that's where they're hiding them, but they're really hiding them in this like really small
It's the government. Of
normal
course
thinking.
it is.
By the way, the government is always lying. The government is a bunch of fucking shit people.
Yeah.
No matter who's in office, no matter what your political views, the government is sneaky and they hide so much. You're like, we live in the land of the free, but like, you don't. You're not getting told everything. I hate to be the one to burst your fucking bubble. You're not being told everything.
Yeah, no.
The only people getting told everything are CIA agents and very high government officials.
No, even they aren't being told everything.
No. I don't think there's one person on this planet that knows every single fucking secret of this goddamn country.
Yeah.
This country, we won't get into politics, but what I'm saying is they lie to cover things up. Mm-hmm. And I think they feel like they're doing it to protect us, but in the reality, like, because I do feel like a lot of people, it would be like a mass panic if they were just be like, here's a real alien body. So instead of doing that, they're just like, hey, by the way, like, aliens are real. We can't tell you they are. Here's a picture of a UFO. Like,
I can't stand it.
Like, you're telling me that we're now discovering planets. Like I said, and I think either this episode or the last episode, we're down to 55% of my brain. Yeah, like we can discover habitable planets 16 light years away, but you're telling me nothing lives there? No organism or anything. Like any living organism in my book, like a bug or anything, that is an alien creature. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying that these aliens are like what they depict in movies of big, tall, green giants with fat heads and black eyes. I don't think that's the case. I think
it could
any
literally
creature,
be anything. Like, shit.
Bacteria that's alive, that's an alien creature.
Yes. It does not matter what the creature is. If it's on another planet, it's an alien. But personally, I do not think humans from Earth should inhabit other planets because we already fucked up this planet. What's going to stop us from fucking up another? And then pretty soon, the whole universe is going to be fucked.
The 100, I'm just going to say that because that's simply what they do. They fuck up one planet, move to another planet. Well, they move into space, come back, fuck it up again, leave, go to another one, fuck that one up. And I'm like, and they're like, we need to save humanity. I'm like, you are the problem! I love the show, it's great, but like, oh my god, like when you look at it, yeah. Because it was like, the Earth was destroyed due to nuclear war, so they all had to move up into space. 100 years later, they come back down to make sure it's habitable. It is, like, you know, you got some radiation, but they fuck that up because all the nuclear plants are just... Because that would happen. Without anybody to manage the nuclear plants, they would fucking erupt and cause hell.
Yes. And, okay, so, this is just my opinion.
Really quick, shame on us for fucking making things that can do that if we just disappear one day. Because not only are you... If we're gone, whatever, but you're gonna fuck the world up while we're gone too. Way to go. Right?
Like, the animals on this planet have every right to be here just as much as we do.
They were here before we were.
Exactly, okay? It's, like, I'm not going to get too much into it, but the human race...
is disgusting.
Yes. It's just, like, us taking control over the animals is a lot like when people from other countries came over to this one and took it from the natives.
Yeah.
It's 100% the same thing.
Because, like, Christopher Columbus was a fucking douchebag.
He didn't even discover this country, okay?
No.
But
we were taught that.
Oh, yeah.
We talked about that, I think, too.
Yeah, we talked about that in the...
First or second.
Yeah, one of them. But it's just... No. And if this planet becomes inhabitable, I'm sorry, let us die off. Do not try to get us into space or anything because it, like... You're just condemning the next place. It may not take as long. Well,
Earth will bounce back. If that does happen, Earth will bounce back. It will take millions of years.
Fuck yeah, it will. But
if it recovers.
Like, I don't like the thought of this Earth becoming like WALL-E. I'm sorry, I do a lot of Disney references.
No, but like when you watch that movie back as an adult, you're like, holy fuck, that's where we're heading.
Exactly.
Because there's also, I watched a video the other day, it's like, what would happen if we put our trash in volcanoes? I'm like, do not fucking do that.
No. And like,
or if we shoot our trash into space, I'm like, don't fucking do that either, because it's just going to clump together, make a meteor, and that's going to be the thing that takes us out. Our own fucking waste, which, ironic.
I mean, it's going to do it anyway.
Either way, we're fucked.
Mm-hmm.
On top of that, the amount of money it would take to launch that shit into space.
Yeah.
Like, recycle. It's really not that fucking hard. And I'm really bad at recycling as far as, like, plastic containers. But as far as, like, bottles, we don't buy the bottles with the plastic rings.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, I know where that's gonna fucking end up. And no thank you. I like the ones that are made out of, like, disposable, like, biodegradable paper.
Yes.
I think that should be ruled that
Everything should be biodegradable.
It is going to come to a point where we are so polluted that everything will be forced to be biodegradable.
Yes. And if people thought 2020 was bad...
Oh, just wait.
Just wait. We're going to have to walk around in hazard suits.
It's going to come to a point one day where I believe things will happen to where we don't have a government, we don't have a society, we don't have any ammunition for guns, and it will be back to you are fighting to live with a knife or a sword.
Yes.
It will come to that point, and God, I hope I live to see it.
I don't.
I do, because I want to kill the dumb fucks who did that shit. Like...
bitch,
well,
you gotta remember, first.
You gotta remember, I play Final Fantasy games, so, like, I'm over here like, I would love to be in one, but, like...
No, because, like,
Don't get me wrong, it'd be scary as piss. Like, absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, no. I'd be one of the first to die because I'm always like, let's keep the peace.
Yep, Hailey would get, like, stabbed in the head.
I would
be like, shut up, bitch.
Oh, I'm sorry, Chris, I didn't mean to scare you.
Although, I'd be over here like, Hailey, stab him first. Stab him first.
Even though the government's gone, so self-defense means nothing.
Nothing. Murder means nothing. I think that'll come. It's either they're going to be like, Purge is real. Which, can you believe how many people want the Purge to be a real fucking thing?
That terrifies me because who wants to kill me?
And now, to make things worse, they're coming out with a new one called the Forever Purge, where they ignore the end of the Purge and just keep going.
That is terrible. Okay, I'm just going to say this.
Like,
if the
like,
Purge ever
scary.
becomes real and all illegal activity is allowed for 12 hours, I'm not killing anyone or anything.
Minding my business.
I'm going to a fucking bookstore and stealing all that shit, and I'm stealing all the candy that I can. And also a shit ton of clothes. I'm going to steal stuff. I'm not going to kill. But I'm not going to steal from people. Okay,
She's
I'm
going
not
to
gonna
steal
houses.
stuff if the Purge happens. She's not going to go out after this and steal things. Calm down. Calm down.
Theoretically, if the Purge. But I'm not going to go into people's houses and steal their shit. No, I'm going to go to businesses, not family-owned businesses. I'm going to go to chains and steal from them.
I'm going to go steal all the chickens from, like, the big farms that are, like, killing them for meat because I want chickens. I love chicken, but I would love to own a chicken.
Oh my god, they're sassy.
They are. Carly has a couple of them, or she did, and she was like, they are very sassy, especially the roosters.
Don't fuck with roosters, man.
They're little assholes.
So are geckos, man.
Honestly, your gecko is the sassiest motherfucker I ever did meet.
Uh-huh. Like, I have a 1.5-year-old leopard gecko, and I have a 4-5-month-old crested gecko. My leopard gecko, all you have to do is look at him, and he'll, like stick his head out and tilt him, being like, what the fuck are you looking at? My crested gecko, he'll tilt his head and side-eye you, and I swear to God, he looks like a baby velociraptor.
He really does.
And it is terrifying. Especially if you turn on my light, and he's right there. I'm like, I'm going to die.
Simply.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into questions and we can knock these questions out? Also, if you're interested in us doing a podcast where we only answer your guys' questions, flood our email, which is IGKNIGHTPODCAST@gmail.com with your questions, and we'll make an episode out of it.
Yeah, and it could be any kind of question, man.
Any kind. We don't... And you know what? If, like, the question's too personal, we just simply won't answer it and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you're more than welcome to ask questions. We're not going to sit here and yell at you and do whatever if you ask an inappropriate question or whatever. Like, we just simply won't address it.
Yeah, no.
So let's start from the top. Lightning Live? Question mark. No. No. I'm going to assume what they mean by that is a live show? Like a concert? No. Never. Well, I shouldn't say never, but With Sad Souls, no. I don't think I'll be doing anything live with Sad Souls. White Noise, I have no idea. But White Noise is also involving 3 other people, so like if that was going to be a live thing, like obviously I would want to include them. They're included in the album. They're a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as going with Sad Souls live, no, I think Sad Souls is it's not done. Like I'm still vibing to it. I'm still enjoying it. Like I'm still happy it's out and I'm glad people are listening. But no, I'm not doing any of that shit live.
Mm-hmm.
Ever. Only because I don't. So I did a poll on my Facebook to see like what song was everybody's favorite because I wanted to see if it matched mine. My favorite off that album is Overturn. Everyone's is fucking Shadow Dancing. It was the first single I put out. I hate that because the microphone quality was shit. I was still learning how to like do all of it. That was my first professional song. I like it, don't get me wrong, but it's not my favorite. I really, really thought Overturn because I thought the music was better. Obviously, the audio was better. We were using a fucking $200 microphone. The audio better have been fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
I think the production quality of Overturn was much better than everything else. And other people voted Sad Souls, the actual song, out of like Paranoia, Act My Age, and why am I forgetting my songs?
Well, isn't it like right behind
Sick. Sick was the other one. I thought Sick would beat out Sad Souls. I don't like Sad Souls. Like, I really don't like that song. And I know it's sad to say, I really don't like it. And I hate that that's the title of the album. I really, really hate that song. It wasn't supposed to be Sad Souls dance track. It was just supposed to be Sad Souls. But then when I heard it, I don't like how I sound on it. I like the tempo of it and everything because it's like a good dance song. I don't like it on the album. That's not really what I had in mind when we made it. But people liked it. The 2 people voted for was Shadow Dancing and Sad Souls, and
Wow.
I really liked Overturn better and Sick. Act My Age was okay. Paranoia, a lot of people liked Paranoia. Hannah and Jason were listening to it in the car, and she's heard this song I don't know how many times, and it just dawned on her what it was what was fucking about. And Jason looks at her, he's like, "Are you fucking serious?" It was about being cheated on. And she just got that? Bitch, really? Like, you read the lyrics before the song came out.
Well,
She's blonde, I'll give her that.
I wasn't going to say that. Hannah, if you're listening, I love you.
Like, Jason knew. But Jason's, like, my number 1 stan. Love him. But no, as far as Lightning Live, not currently. Not with Sad Souls, but with White Noise, maybe. We shall see. We shall see with White Noise. White Noise is, we start working on that next month.
Nice.
I record with Jesse in November, with Karina in December, and with B-Rob in October.
Nice.
So the 3 collabs are getting out of the way and done. There will be a music video with not like special effects or anything. It'll just be like cuts of Jesse singing, me singing. I'll probably do the music video with Jesse. The track list will be coming out soon. Probably I'll probably announce the track list on our next episode. It's a rough draft track list, so like it is 1000% subject to change, but this is the rough guess that we have right now.
Gotcha.
Next question: favorite band? You stupid fuck. Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Lightning, and I have an obsession with Evanescence. Hailey, how are you?
Hi, I'm Hailey. Thank you for having me, and I have an obsession with Skillet.
I understand. They are good as well. I would love to see the 2 collaborate.
That would be a bomb-ass album.
Time to Die. Like,
Oh
if
my
that happens,
God.
we know the world's ending.
Oh my God, that'd be a bomb-ass fucking album.
It would.
Like, can you imagine them doing a mashup of Bring Me to Life and Finish Line?
I can probably find it.
Like,
Not that they did it, but like people like to mash this
Mhm.
too. Like the people love to mash Evanescence and Lady Gaga. They mashed that and it fucking slapped.
It worked. But, yeah, it's just, oh my God, that'd be fucking awesome.
I was
awesome.
ecstatic when Evanescence and Lindsey Sterling collabed.
Yes.
Because that
Lindsey
was good
Sterling
as fuck.
is also one of my favorite artists.
Well, I like that they collabed on each other's albums. Lindsay
Yes.
went on hers and she went on Lindsay's. I think that was really cool how they took turns. So it wasn't
Yes.
just one-sided. Favorite video game? I know you've played some. Doesn't have to be like well known. Could be like a mobile game. That to me is a video game.
Mobile games, it's funny. I don't really play games. I don't play video games or anything like that, but I love this game called Merge Dragons.
I played that. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Sponsor us.
That or Mortal Kombat, because I can just press random buttons and I normally kill people.
My mom does that, and it makes me giggle because
Dude,
her knees shake when she does it.
Okay, I was winning against you and Keith that one time.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck you did that. Also, I tried playing Mortal Kombat 11. I have it on my YouTube channel. Oh my fucking god, I'm horrible at that. They changed everything.
Did
and
they?
Oh my god. I'm sitting here trying to do combos, and Katana's my bitch. She's always been my bitch. I'm trying to do her combos. It ain't doing shit.
Yeah.
The tutorial Scorpion whooped my ass.
Yeah, isn't that what I do?
Yeah, you just...
No, the bug chick.
That's Devora.
Devora's
from Mortal
my
Kombat
bitch.
10.
Yeah, that's my bitch.
My favorite video game... I know a lot of people think my favorite video game is Final Fantasy 13. It is not. My favorite video game is Final Fantasy 10. I relate more with 13 because of the character Lightning, hence my name, but 10... 10's my favorite. 10 will always be my favorite. That's always going to be my favorite video game. I have 10, 7, and 13, and 13 3 tattooed on me. But yeah, that's our video games. If you haven't played Merge Dragons, go play it. And if you haven't played Final Fantasy 10, grab a box of tissues and some Nasacort and go play that. I saved this one for last because I figured this one's going to take a minute. Most uncomfortable moment.
Boy, where do I even begin?
I'm trying to think because I've had quite a few.
Yeah, in fact...
Because I was very controversial in high school. I was in a lot of scandals that made me very uncomfy.
Okay, I was and still am.
In scandals?
No, you dumb fuck.
Damn!
very
Okay.
shy.
Fuck!
I've known you long enough, I can say
Holy
it.
shit! No, you dumb fuck! Like, holy crap, okay.
You've known me more than half my life. When have I ever been in a scandal?
My brain's down to 32% after that comment. You're right. I think you've maybe been in like one. And it wasn't like within like your whole school. It was like within a group.
What scandal? Oh, we are not talking about that.
Yeah, no, that's why I was like, that's like the only one I can think of.
no,
And it
we're not
wasn't
talking
like
about that.
a massive scandal.
Yeah, no, because that...
It was just a time. We're
That
over.
was a very dark time.
Everything's better. Everything worked out.
You don't need... Yeah,
We're not going to talk about it, but you know, everything worked out in the end.
Yes. Okay, everyone's good. But, yeah, I don't... Okay. Most awkward moment, is that the question?
Uncomfortable.
Uncomfortable. Fuck, there's been so many, because I am, like, the most awkward, quiet person you will ever meet.
Until she gets comfortable with you.
And then I get mouthy.
And then she harasses you.
Fuck yeah, I do.
There it is.
And the only reason why I'm okay on here is because I'm...
She's in front of me.
Yeah, and I'm probably never going to meet any of you bitches.
A meet and greet would be fun.
That'd be deadly.
Yes.
Because some things we
Okay,
talk
never
about,
mind.
Yeah, some of the things we talk about on here.
Yeah,
some
now I
people
understand.
might come to kill us.
Now I understand why podcasters don't really do meet and greets. I
yeah,
get it.
yeah. No. You'd be on your own with that one.
Yeah, I'd be like, hey team.
Yep.
Hello, can I help you? You know. It now notifies me that I missed my husband's phone call.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. He's on his way home. That's what he's calling for. He's just on his way home.
Gotcha. It's just...
I'm trying to think.
Yeah, I've had so many, like, uncomfortable moments.
Oh, I know my worst. Do you have one? It's hard. That's a hard question. That's a good question, though.
Okay, my most uncomfortable moment is also, like, one of my most liberating.
Mm-hmm.
It happened last year.
Oh, recent tea.
Yeah, and it's when I finally stood up to my dad.
Yeah.
It has been a long time coming. He's been in and out of my life since I was 5, okay? I'm 23. And I finally went off and
And we're not talking about him going to see her like once a week. I mean, like, there's years gaps.
Like, from the ages of 5 to 12, I saw him 3 times.
Yeah.
And that was like a week. Like,
Her sperm donor, by the way, because we
yeah,
did have to
no,
clarify
oh, yeah,
that
no,
there is
sorry,
two.
Sorry.
Not
Yeah.
not gay dads, but there's the birth dad and then her mother's new husband that had
No.
adopted you as not like legally right,
No,
but had taken you on
my
as his own.
stepdad, my mom and stepdad married when I was 5. He did not legally adopt
But
me.
he took you in as his own.
He took me in as his own, and I was able to change my last name to his because I had my birth father's last name, and I didn't really know him. Like, to me, he was just this man. Like, I knew he was my father and everything, but
Dan, I think they wanted you to be part of the family. Like I feel
it was
like
my idea.
really
It was my idea. I asked mom if I was able to do it, and she spoke to my dad and like to my sperm donor, and he signed the paper saying that he was okay with me changing my last name. It was because I felt left out because it was my mom, my stepdad, and my little sister. Because my little sister is my stepdad's daughter.
half sister. Sister, please.
Yeah. Like they all had the same last name, and then there was me. I felt like an outsider in my own home. So when I was 7, I went to mom. I'm like, "Is there any way I could become part of this family and whatnot?" She goes, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I want the same last name as you." Because, yes, I have always been very, very close with my grandma. I have never been close with anybody else
You're right.
in that family. They are my family. I love them dearly. And whatnot, just because I don't have the same name as them doesn't mean that we aren't still family.
I mean, my family, look at that. My mom's got a different last name than me. My dad has I have a different last name than every single one of my family members except, yeah, actually. Because my mom is a P.
Mm-hmm.
My dad's an S. My sister's an S. I'm an H.
Yeah.
Then
It's
there's
just-
R's and K's, and like I'm the odd one out because I'm a married guy that married a guy and took my husband's last name.
Yeah, it is awful. And I wasn't a part of the name changing process because, again, I was 7.
It's a process. It is
Fuck yeah,
a lot.
We had to go in front of a judge
and explain
everything.
why. Correct. They asked why.
Yeah, they had to explain everything, but my mom.
Well, yeah.
explained it
I
for
don't
me.
think a judge.
Well, again, the judge might want to talk to the kid, be like, okay, why is this? Because you don't know if the parent was coming up with it.
Right.
But my mom explained it for me, and the judge signed off on it. I got a new birth certificate and social security card and everything. Like, that is legally my name. And
Good for
like,
you.
I've never looked back, but I have often wondered what would have happened if I didn't change my name. But anyway, back to the most uncomfortable moment.
I feel like you would have eventually.
Yeah.
I feel like you would have eventually gotten to the point where you wanted to.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't in your adulthood, like didn't change your name until adulthood, I feel like once you hit adulthood, you would have wanted to.
Yeah.
Or you would have wanted to create a whole new last name for yourself, because that's possible as well.
I have thought about changing my first name.
I have thought about removing my first name.
Really?
I love my dad. I love my family. I do. I tolerate a lot of their crap. I don't like being a junior. And that was the whole point of me changing my middle name, my last name. I wanted my own identity because I feel like by giving me the same name as my father, I was expected to be what he wanted me to be.
Yes.
And
feel
I
that.
am not. So yeah, I 1000% probably with like last year debated if I wanted to remove my first legal name and just be, they know my last name, but if I would just be Lightning Hoffa.
See,
But my problem is I don't really meet a whole lot of new people, and it would have
Everyone
been
would still call you Jay.
it would have been very confusing, especially if I were to meet somebody new.
Mm-hmm.
I was still and it would not have been fair for me to be like, hey, I want you guys to stop calling me Jay, because that's not the first initial of my name anymore. It would have been unfair to you guys because for 13 years you've been calling me Jay. Keith's been calling me JR. My friends call me Jay, JP, whatever. Even I don't even get mad at JP because I get it.
It's just a nickname.
It is, and it's been my nickname my whole
Yeah,
life. I can't
and,
expect people to just drop that and call me Lightning all of a sudden.
Right, and like it's just so people can understand. It's not like somebody coming out as trans and saying,
Right.
this is no longer my name. That is my dead name. This is my true name.
Right. That's a completely different situation.
That's
I'm still the
someone's
same.
identity.
I'm still the same person. It's not that I had destroyed or killed my old name because I'm reawakened in my life. It's just that
You want to cut ties.
I would want not necessarily
not cut
cut ties,
ties,
but shed that life without
Yes.
killing it. Acknowledge it still existed,
Mm-hmm.
but not have my life be a hold of that.
Yeah.
So I thought by removing my first name I could do that, but again, changing my last name when I got married was such a fucking pain in the ass, and I didn't even have to go in front of a judge. Changing the middle name, I had to go in front of a fucking judge, and that was hell. I can't imagine the steps and the questions I would be asked as to why I wanted to just simply basically remove my middle name, put it where my first name is, and just dissipate my J name.
Yeah. That
So I would
be
have
a pain in the
no
ass.
middle name. My
Yeah.
name would have just been Lightning Hoffa.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, well, if I get divorced, which I highly doubt we will, it's not even really like a thought. But when I was thinking about it, I was like, well, if I get divorced, then I'll be Lightning S again. And I'm like, I don't want that.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, then if I don't want that, I would just create another new last name. And I'm like, that's just a whole fucking cycle. Like, people already know me as my name Jay and my middle name Lightning. And it's still taking people time to get used to my new middle name. And I've had my new middle name for a while.
Yeah.
Since I want to say like 18, I've had this new middle name.
And like I still use your old last name, but only when I'm like extremely pissed at you.
Well, in all fairness, it's only been like 6 months. Like, it's very recent.
Oh no, I've known about Lightning for a
Oh, you said
long
last
time.
name, babe.
Oh, I'm sorry, middle name.
Okay.
I use your old middle name only when I'm like extremely pissed at you, or if I
Right.
really need to get your attention and you're not paying attention.
Right. And I don't get mad at it.
No,
Like,
because you know that I'm not saying it as like,
yeah.
that's your name.
Well, I'm
It's
not
just
that.
like, hey.
It's like I'm not that sensitive about it either. It's just like that. Like, you people ask me what my name is. This is my name. My name's Jay Lightning Hoffa. Like, that is my name. And other people like you guys who know me as my birth name, I get it. I'm not mad. Like, I'm not mad about it. I don't care. It bothers me when people will specifically use my middle name, my old middle name, to make me mad.
Yes.
Or to dismiss that I had changed my middle name because they just simply don't like the meaning.
See, I understand that because it took my family a really long time to get used to the fact that I changed my last name. My dad's side of the family kind of took that as a slap in the face.
Right.
And
Which I can see. I can see their reasoning
Yes.
behind it, but
again,
maybe have a conversation with you
but
instead
again,
of.
I was 7.
Okay, yeah.
So,
that's,
like, my mom got a lot of backlash for it and whatnot, but I'm like, look, it's just, I saw my dad's side of the family once every few months, okay? I was extremely close with my grandma, but I didn't see her that much. It wasn't until I became, like, 16 that I started seeing her all the time.
right.
And it's, like, even now, like, I don't have a great relationship with my aunt. Like, we get along.
Right.
We never argue, but we don't go out of our way to be in each other's lives.
That's how I am with literally all of my family.
Yeah.
Except for my dad. My dad does make the effort. My mom, I feel like I make more of an effort than she does sometimes. But then sometimes she surprises me.
Yeah.
But as far as like grandparents and aunts and uncles, like my aunts and uncles on my dad's side, I don't fucking talk to them. To me, I don't want to talk to them.
Yeah.
My mom's side, like you said, we're good, but we don't go out of each other's way.
Yeah.
Which is sad sometimes, but I'm like, you know what? Like, if you were really that interested, like you are with my sister, you would reach out and not ignore my calls and stuff like that.
Yeah, like I did not speak to my aunt for a year
Yeah.
during the pandemic. Like we didn't check on each other like, hey, how's your family doing? None of that. And I know it's that I could have done it because she has 2 young kids.
Say, I don't like the reasoning of like there's a two-way street because like,
But-
you know what? Like then that's just putting that's just
My
putting
thing is with that-
pressure on one person only.
My thing is that yes, it is a 2-way streak and whatnot. Both phones are there for you to use. But previously, if I was the one always putting in an effort,
It wasn't reciprocated.
once I reach a certain point, no, that is up to you.
Yeah.
Like I no longer put in the effort; it is now on you.
Like
And
you're
then-
only going to call a certain amount of times
yeah,
before you're
but
like,
then
this is
they
it. That's
say
it.
It's a 2-way streak, really, because I've been trying and you did not.
Right.
But
you can't expect me to reach out every single time and then just be simply okay with you not responding to me.
yeah, no, that's not how it works with me. I'm sorry. No.
No. But I am proud of you for standing up to your dad. And
That was a very
I know.
tough time.
You called me when it happened.
Like, I spoke to you a lot crying.
Yeah.
about it.
But I was proud of you because I knew you needed to do that.
Yeah. And even now, it's been almost a year, and he and I are still awkward.
It'll be for a minute.
Yeah.
Especially because I think if he moves here,
He won't.
he won't.
He's done with Michigan.
I don't blame him. The state flower's back. Orange and yellow, orange and white and yellow.
Yep.
The cones, they're out. They're blooming.
It's a fun time.
Yeah. Mine's really quick. It was just my most uncomfortable moment was walking into high school after my little vacation to the rehab place. I was only there for 2 days because it was an outpatient. They just had to check vitals because it was a hard drug, and they wanted to make sure that I would be okay to like leave. Rumors obviously spread very fast because I was a hot topic at the time. Walking into school, not only was I a hot topic because I was in rehab, I was a hot topic because my ex-husband, me and I could say his name, he's dead, like Dan, and like that was spreading fast.
Mm-hmm.
And then the whole me and my best friend thing, that was spreading fast as shit. So when I walked in, it was just looks. Like teachers were looking at me like, oh, I know your shit. And I was like, I've never felt so low in my life to have every single person there know my damn business like that.
Yeah, that is very uncomfortable. And
But ever since then, I never gave anybody the power to have my business aired out like that I wasn't comfortable with. Now I air out my own damn business.
mm-hmm.
Because, like, you know what? If you do shit in life that you're too embarrassed to say, you shouldn't have done it.
Yeah.
So, like, no, I'm not embarrassed to say I was on drugs and stuff. Like, I learned from it. I grew. And I just celebrated being 7 years sober this week. Thanks. Sweet little party. My husband got me a cake that says crack is whack. It was fantastic.
Oh my god, that sounds like something he would do.
It was great. I just walked in. He's just standing there with a cake. He's like, hello. And I look. I'm like, it says crack is whack. And then Dad and Ashley and Keith came over. We played cornhole, had a few drinks. My sobriety party for 7 years. It was weird. Like, I never celebrate my sobriety date.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't like to remember it. But for some reason this year I was just like, you know what, I want to celebrate. Like 7 years is a weird like marker. But like I told you, I was really struggling with my sobriety this year.
Yeah.
And I almost went back into rehab. And I had considered it, but then, things fell through. And I'm very lucky to have supporting friends and a husband. And I realized that, no, I don't want to slip back into that because I was reminded of the place I went to when I was doing drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And 7 years clean.
Hey.
7 years, baby. Here's to at least 7 more. At least 7.
Shut up.
Okay. But anyway, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you want, you can send us your stories or questions to ignitepodcast@gmail.com for me and Hailey to read on air. We really enjoy it. I love these questions. People get really creative. Like
Hell yeah.
that last one was really fucking good.
Yeah.
I like your guys' questions. Keep them coming. You guys got some ghost stories. We really like ghost stories. We really like telling them. Send us some more. Follow Hailey on TikTok, always_escape. Follow my social medias. You can check out my YouTube channel, although it's kind of dead. Stream my album, Sad Souls. And we will see you guys on the next one.